We got on the train in Agra and came through to this little town called Khajuraho. Well, the train was fine. It was pretty much like what I remember second class long distance being. So you're in a cabin, 4 bunks. They've got, the only difference is they've got these like 2 huge fans in the cabin. And yeah, there was one other couple in the train, in that cabin with us for like the first half an hour, and for the rest of the trip we were on our own. So that was like from 12 o'clock yesterday, and we got into Khajuraho at about 8. But that was nice, nothing to do. Just sit there and watch scenery going by. Well, good morning. It's Sunday the 28th, I think, of February. It's about 5 to 7 in the morning. And we are in a little town called Khajuraho, which is famous for those things. Temples. There are, I don't know, a lot.
Complexes.
3 complexes of temples which we're going to check out, hopefully, maybe, all 3 of them this morning before heading off to Bandhavgarh. This is just a little place we're staying in called, for some unknown reason, Casa de William. I've yet to establish what the Italian connection is. Probably some descendant who settled here. But it's actually quite cute, and I'm a little bit sad we're only staying here for one night, because it is by far the quietest place in India so far. I was saying to Kim last night, there's one of whoever's laws of nature that nature abhors a vacuum. Well, I'd like to add one of those laws, and that's that Indians abhor silence. If they find a silence, they will fill it, and they will fill it very adequately. Last night was the first night in 2 weeks, and there were no hooters, no fireworks, no discos, no weddings. It was absolutely bloody blissful. In fact, it was a bit eerie, because I think I was waking up because there weren't any noises.
We arrived in Khajuraho at about 7 p.m. and promptly commandeered a tuk-tuk. The friendly driver, Nandi, enthusiastically pointed out the sights along the way, even though we couldn't see anything in the dark. Who would have suspected that such a small town would boast an international airport? I chose Khajuraho as a place of interest based on the fact that it was more or less a halfway stop between Agra and Bandhavgarh, and because of the temples. Its remote location is the main reason that the 85 temples in the 3 temple complexes were saved from the ravages of Islamic raiders and are largely undamaged. The architecture and sculptures are astounding, and the sheer size and numbers are quite overwhelming. Eventually, it is simply too much to absorb. I would love to know more about the people whose stories make up the construction of this incredible group of temples. The temple complexes are a UNESCO World Heritage Site and were built between the 9th and 10th centuries. The main temple attraction is Kandaraya Mahadev Temple, and it has over 800 sculptures covering it. That's just one of the temples. We had a super friendly and helpful young man from our guest house assist us with some last-minute travel arrangement changes, and he was very eager to take us to visit his uncle's art shop. It was the last thing that either Ed or I felt like doing, but we dutifully followed him through the dusty streets to Super Mario's shop. You know that you are in serious trouble when the proprietor of the shop closes the door behind you and gets the dancing girls out to rub your feet and bring you Kashmiri masala chai, which is green tea from Kashmir steeped with spices, no milk or sugar, madam, and sits you down on silk cushions and starts telling you the story of his life whilst plying you with Kashmiri shawls. These charming gentlemen, and they are almost always our men, never commit to giving you a price. It's so frustrating. No matter how much you tell them that you are on a tight budget and you don't think that you can afford these prices, they just keep saying, "We have the right price for you, madam." What does that even mean? I know that I can't afford this stuff. As gorgeous, and make no mistake, they are gorgeous, and fine as they are, owning a Kashmiri shawl is about as useful to me as a pair of running shoes are for a snake. There were some truly beautiful pieces of art in that shop, but I walked away with a few little leather purses as souvenirs. Go me! Once Super Mario realized that we were going to stick to our meager budget, he changed from the gracious, attentive host into a disinterested attendant in about 1/10 of a second. What? No more dancing, girls? Okay, we're going. Ish. Our driver collected us shortly after that, and we started the 5-hour drive to Bandhavgarh National Park.